Hello, once again, Star Wars unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba, Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, with not one, not two, but three unboxings. We got two auction wins, one of them from Star Wars Daddy, again. I can't seem to help myself, and the other from Collector's Universe. But first, we're going to start with basically what is a Facebook group purchase, and it's from essentially. Actually, now I'm thinking about. Wait a minute. No, this might have actually been an auction from eBay. It's not anything too exciting, but most of what I'm getting now, as I've been saying, when it comes to my collecting habits, they have shifted. I'm still collecting Star Wars, plenty of it, but I'm focusing more now on. Well, of course, I'm still collecting vintage collection figures, VC numbered. I am backing the HasLab projects. I am collecting some of the vehicles and playsets that come out, if they are not, rehashes, and if they are rehashes, if they're better quality or whatever, I might consider. I'll just leave them kind of hit or miss. Disney crossover items, Galaxy's Edge, not all, but some, pick and choose, and that's pretty much. And then the vintage, the 70s and 80s, just trying to patch up a few holes in the collection, that kind of thing. So what I also am doing now is collecting and trying to acquire pieces of vintage vehicles and playsets and stuff, even incomplete, and trying to slowly piece them together to effectively have complete vehicles that I can put out for my sale. I'm not even looking to make a ton of money on this. If I can make back what I spent, would be great. But it's just to drum up a lot of interest, because there seems to be a huge, with each passing year, there seems to be more and more interest in the vintage 70s and 80s Star Wars collectibles. So I'm trying to acquire large amounts of them, in bulk auctions and stuff, to be able to, again, patch up my collection a little bit and put stuff out for next year's sale. Or other things. There may be upcoming things that I can do, like flea markets and stuff like that. So let's start with this one. I think it's either one or two very little items. Looks like yes, okay. It is, well, technically it is four items. We have, oh no, five items, sorry. Okay. So what we have here is we have three X-Wing fighter cannons, okay? I have a handful of my X-Wing fighters that are incomplete and are missing the cannons. So these are originals. These are not reproductions. So I'm going to put these in with them. So that way I think I have at least two now complete with these, plus my own. I think I'm missing like one of my own original ones, so I want to put one on that. So that's cool. Got the chess table for the Falcon. I have a Falcon piece with a few missing pieces that I'm slowly starting to kind of develop. I don't know if I'm going to get everything in there, but I just want to do what I can do over the course of the next few months, and then get it out there. It's pretty good shape. Looks like it's complete. Label is good. So there we go. And then lastly but not leastly, is this little tiny thing, which is I don't know if anybody recognizes what this is, but it is essentially the plastic screw that goes on the battery cover of a Star Wars blaster. And I do believe it is officially a Star Wars blaster. We're talking about 1977, 78 Kenner released little, electronic Han Solo blaster. And I acquired a few of them, but some of them were missing these pieces. So I have it. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it on one to sell. I think there's at least one. I may have at least one in my collection that I need to replace this with. So we'll see if that goes in there. So good. So again, some stuff for the collection, some stuff for the sale. Let's go on to Collector's Universe. Now, these are many auctions. Like I've said in the previous videos, there's multiple auctions that you can take part in all over the place. And there's really a good amount of stuff here. All right, so let's see. This was actually a pretty inexpensive auction. So I don't I think I have, I bid on a bunch of things, and of course, like any other auction, other people bid and win, and that's all. That's awesome. Okay. Start with take them one at a time. All right. Now I will say that some of these things are honestly, I was bidding on a lot, and there were things within the lot that I don't even know if they're Star Wars. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what this one is. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what this one is. I'll do a search. It says 1996 Star Wars Action Fleet. Okay. All right. So I think, this is like a vehicle. Yeah, this is a vehicle from Action Fleet. Maybe it might be, I want to say it might be Prince Shizor's vehicle. I'm not sure. But that's not, this is a modern. This will definitely go in the sale. In fact, a lot of these might. It's just, there were just certain things in it that I was, oh my, this is. Okay, we have, this is, okay. This, this is a Galoob, I guess, Micro Machines. Full disclosure, I think when I first bid on this, I think I thought this was the Micro from Micro Collection, and it's the Micro Machines. So it's kind of like a playset. You open it up, and it's kind of a cool little playset. It has no vehicles, no pieces with it. It's just, I'm not exactly sure how to even close it. Oh, there we go. There it is. Kind of like a transformer almost. Missing the top piece here. So, again, I'm full disclosure. I think I spent $15 on everything that's in here. So I'm not worried too much if none of this comes out. That was, it's kind of like I took a stab at it. However, this is one that makes it worth the entire sale, which is, I gotta get it. The mini rig. Don't ask me which one. I can never remember the names of these, but it's a decent shape. It's got most of the labels on it. It's one of the many, I forget the names. I have a notebook that now clearly identifies all of them, which I really, of course, it's upstairs. It's not in my space here, but that's cool. That'll go right in the sale. All right, and then we've got, oh my goodness, I pretty much bought it just for that. But let's see what else we have. Yeah, this looks like, I think this is a whole series of, I'm going to say, Happy Meal toys, like premiums from, from that one, uneven, unboxed here or unbagged. Star Wars Episode 3, Burger King vehicle. Yeah, I remember these. The big head. These weren't that old, actually. But yet, look, in within all that is another mini rig. Now, this is an incomplete one. Okay, so I'll put $5 on this unless I can get the 2 hoses and all the tools. Wait, is this the one with the tools? I forget. I think it is. But I will see what I can find with these down the road here. We got another Falcon. It looks like the same as this one. These are all pretty much premiums. Oh, I like this one. Remember, I think something's supposed to light up, but I think it's so old that it doesn't do that anymore. This is from 1996. Oh, it's a different time. But the coup d'etat, another great thing in here, the cloud car cockpit covers. So I can find a cloud car without these covers for like $5. So that, as part of this, was a good, it's these little things, Got another, looks like Sebulba. Looks like a Sebulba action figure kind of thing. I'm thinking. Yeah, it's still like a food premium. And then part of Cloud City. I remember this came with like a magnetic kind of base that had a little part that you'd rest on the top, and it would rest on it, so it would float. By itself, I don't think it'll really do much, but overall, that's, these probably, I'll probably put these like right back in their thing and sell them as a set. I'll put them out there, $1 a piece or whatever. So, and someone will offer me, $5 for the. I get that. I get people who come in and offer like a very small amount for all of it, and I'll say sure, and they're thinking they're getting a deal, which is good. Everybody gets a deal. My father always said, when it comes to salesmanship, my father said, it ain't a deal unless everybody's smiling. And that is so true. Meaning, like, it's not enough. I know sometimes when it comes to commerce, it's like, in this day and age, we kind of live in a society where it feels like you don't only want to get a good deal. You want to get such a good deal that you feel like you're robbing the other person. Like the other person is getting cheated. And to me, that's not the way to go. If you want to do this right, you should do it in a way that everybody wins. Everybody's being, kind to each other, and we're all just trying to, make it in this world, and I think that we need to kind of support each other. That being said, I saved the best for last. Another Star Wars daddy. I got to point out, he does have a sticker on here. Rogue 5 Toys. 5 Idiots Talking Toys podcast. Okay, gonna check that one out. 5 Idiots Talking Toys. Now, I tend to lean more towards just Star Wars podcast related, because I'm not a collector of He-Man or Transformers or G.I. Joe or any of the other types. So I appreciate the passion people have for them, and Mad Balls and Pokemon and all the other things that people collect. It's just not what I collect. So this is another auction win. Week after week, he holds auctions on his channel, meaning on his eBay store, I should say. And he does them every Sunday, all week long. Goes a 7-day auction, and around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, they start to end. It becomes a fun show. People sniping each other at the last second. So I have made a lot of purchases on his eBay store or his eBay auctions. I've also subscribed to his channel. I become a member. A member. I subscribe. I do pay a membership fee to his channel, and for that, I get free shipping on smaller items like figure wins. I get an opportunity to, when he gets a collection in and he shows it off on his channel in a private video, I get to kind of curate it, look at it, and if I want to make an offer on something before he puts it on the auction, I can do that, which is actually really helpful. If there's something I really want to finish off my collection, or if there's one piece or part of something, he has a lot of, he bought this huge collection a few months ago, and now he's sold most of it off, but now he's down to pieces and parts and things like that, and he's starting to sell those kind of things like accessories and things. So it's really, really great. So I've been slowly pulling back. I keep telling him I don't know how much I'm going to do this week, and then I end up making a bid on one higher priced item and a handful of figures, so I still end up purchasing a bunch of things. So thank you, Star Wars Daddy, if you're watching. Bubble wrap is awesome. Bubble wrap is awesome. I'm thinking of like taking all the bubble wrap I get and sending it to you. So you send more out with bubble wrap as opposed to packing peanuts. I'm total jest here. In jest, you do what you got to do. But it's just packing peanuts get everywhere, as I'm sure they do in your place as well. So it's just like, having trouble cleaning everything up. So bubble wrap, a little bit easier. And I can roll it up and save it for if I ever decide to do some stuff. So let's take them out one at a time. Again, this is... Actually, there's a few items in here I'm excited to showcase. He's been doing some really cool 3D printing, and this is one he just did. He's been doing, and it's a 3D printed probe droid. This is pretty much the same type of probe droid as what that came in the Turret and Probot playset back in the 80s, and he's been 3D printing them. So I include this. He included this really cool stand. So that's going to go right here on the shelf. In fact, I'm going to put it right next to the probe droid thing there. So there it is. But that's not all. Oh no. He started doing another thing, and I'm real excited about this. He started doing like 3D printed wampas, and obviously not the color they originally were. You can tell it's 3D printed, both of these things, because there's a little bit of that filament kind of hint of it, but also because it's very lightweight, because the filament is lightweight. He does put stamped on the Wampa's bottom there is SWD for Star Wars Daddy. So that is cool. I don't know if he'll stand on his own. Oh, yeah, he will. Good. All right. So don't tip over. No, no. All right. And I'm going to put him back here behind me. And then he also did this Star Wars Daddy little bust that he sent me for being a member. So that's cool. Okay, and then what else? We got the speeder bike. Really nice box, but it's a mostly complete, near complete speeder bike. Oop, can't park here. Hang on, let me get it back into its. Oh my god, I almost forget how to do this. Got the gun. Yeah, it's just missing one piece, the one flap on the back. The little flap. See, it's got one flap. It's missing the other flap. That's it. That's the only thing it's missing. So I am going to be in search of a flap. I guess it would be a right flap. And upon acquiring that, I will add it to this, and this will go out in the sale. It's pretty good. A little slight damage on the top here, but you know, even damaged boxes are highly sought after. Just because what did you do when you were a kid and you opened up a toy? You threw the box away. Why would you need the box? Sometimes I put the toys in the box, to store them. But speaking of box, last but not least, we have a Tauntaun. Okay, this one. Sorry to say, I realized. Oh, we do. Oh, sorry. Full disclosure, we do have an Obi-Wan figure. Thanks for this case as well, Star Wars Daddy. But we have an Obi-Wan figure. This is actually from my personal collection. It's with the full tip saber. Really nice figure. He gets these great figures and puts them on. He starts his eBay. Almost all of his bids start at $10. So now, obviously, they don't end at $10 because people bid on them. And these can sometimes go for quite a bit of money, even a loose figure, because they're complete. They usually always have their accessories. I mean, he'll say if they don't. But in the case of the blue lightsaber, a lot of times the tip gets, cut off or whatever. So I picked up a 12 figure collection of the original 12 with the stand. And this is going to go on the stand. I actually now have two stands. One of the stands, the one I just purchased, unfortunately, the label is put in the wrong side. They put it in the back instead of the front, like it's behind. I have one that I purchased from a friend of mine 20 years ago that I will now put all the new figures on, and then that'll be a nice little display in the case. So that's really cool. Okay, and last but not least, we have the Tauntaun. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, and this is not on Star Wars Daddy, this is on me. I didn't look close enough at the box to see that the box is pretty damaged. The back side of it is okay. So I am going to probably see if I can find, it's the Tauntaun's great. The insert works. It's got the saddle. It's just missing the rein. So I'm going to keep my eyes open for a Tauntaun set of reins. And I will sell this in the box. Oh, and the box is also missing something down here, but it'll be all right. Like I said, it was a reasonable amount of money for that. And again, I'm just gonna flip it probably for the same price that I paid. So so most of this is a couple of small items that'll go in the collection, a lot of items that will go out and go part of the sale, and some that are on the way, but I'm going to maybe try to work on piecing them together. So all in all, a good setup. Now, thank you so much for watching, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check me out on Instagram and Bluesky. Also, be aware of some upcoming cool videos. At the time of this recording, it's late August. This probably won't go out until mid to even late September. But I'm going to be slowing down videos because my regular job of band directing has started. This is actually my last, at the time of this recording, my last day of my summer. It kind of kicks in with teachers back to school beginning tomorrow. Not somebody who's sad about it. I like my job. I like doing it. I look forward to another year. but it does make it a little harder to get these videos out when I don't have like all the time that I normally have during the day. So just be patient. That's all I ask. All right, we'll be getting this stuff out. And I can say that I'm still waiting on my HasLab Cantina. There'll be a whole video with that unboxing and setting it up. I have a nice space for it. I have been doing massive rearranging in the collection. I mean, that's kind of what's part of the fun. I mean, you put stuff in, if you set it up one way and then you just leave it there forever and ever, it's why, it's like you don't even have it, so it's nice to take stuff out and tinker with it and look at it and clean it and get everything kind of set up differently. But basically there may or may not be a video before this. I don't know what order I'm doing, but I tried out a light up bookcase. They run a lot of advertisements on Facebook for those and stuff. So I tried one out. I really liked it. I think it looks really cool. Mostly I like it because it cleans up the space a lot. It's pretty cluttered in the case, so I got about 4 more. One of them arrived broken, so they're sending me another one. So the one that's broken, I'm still just using as a partially glass case and partially open. So I have 5 bookcases. With most of them are covered with glass doors, and that's the other thing. I want the doors to close and open from the front, so I can go in and tinker and add things and do stuff like that. So I've been moving stuff around. It's an ongoing project. It'll probably take me months to finally get it where I want it to be. And while I'm doing that, I'm moving more stuff out into the boxes for the sales and that come up in the future, and just getting it to look really neat and pretty. So check those out. Follow me, like, subscribe, hit the notification button. To the commenter who keeps giving me a live long and prosper, yay. I'm a Star Trek fan too, so I don't know if you're, some people, I don't know if you're honestly doing that just to be funny, or if you're doing that to just do it because he's commenting on every video, like, as that he just gives this. I'm like, okay, live long and prosper, and may the force be with you as well. I love Star Trek too, so it's all good. Infinite diversity and infinite combinations. If you don't think I know Star Trek, I know Star Trek. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, may the force and the toys be with you.